Hi guys, this is a video from Crypto Data. Today I will tell you more about the Impulse K1 project based on the frequently asked questions we've got in the last few weeks. Questions like, why did we create it? For what? What's the advantages and disadvantages of this device? And why should somebody own it? Impulse K1 is a product developed entirely by Crypto Data Tech Romania. This device incorporates an advanced communication technology patented by our company called the VOBP, the Voice over Blockchain Protocol. Impulse K1 is actually an intelligent mobile platform designed for secure communication. We call it smartphone because it looks like one, even though the design is quite unique. We should perceive this device as an encrypted, a secure communication tool only, regardless if the message is sent through voice, texting, or documents and file sharing. We should not, and I repeat, we should not try to associate this device to a regular smartphone that we use for entertainment or social media, watching movies, or guidance around the city. It was made for being used as a communication device only, not as an entertainment tool or to substitute your current smartphone, which most likely is a multimedia-oriented one. As well, for protecting users, whether they are cybersecurity literate or not, and for giving freedom for those seeking to freedom without accepting terms and conditions, which most likely they don't understand. We're trying to eliminate manipulation of the masses happening because of different apps or different services installed in your regular smartphone. But more about this subject in the next episodes. The device doesn't store users' information on any servers or third-party services. Users' identities are created through blockchain, and I will tell you more about blockchain and what blockchain represents in our vision in the next episode. The main advantage here is that the identity is generated by the user himself and validated by a decentralized system, not by a company's server or by a third-party individual. All the information, including the user's identity, is encrypted through advanced protocols developed in-house by us. User's authenticity is verified by a decentralized system as well, therefore it's impossible for it to be manipulated or hacked. Regular users were drawn to devices that replaced professional cameras, distracting themselves from the main utility of a device such as a smartphone, making us accept all the terms and conditions just to take great photos and share them with the world. Impulse K1 was not designed for taking professional type pictures or cuddly selfies, but to be the most secure communication device. It is not designed for entertainment purposes like social media, navigation, playing games or watching movies. Not yet. It does not incorporate lifestyle development apps like step counters or fitness apps, because that's not the purpose of this device. It's built for communication. This means the information shared between two devices is safe, can happen without being tracked, hacked, or getting caught in malicious software actions such as keyloggers or malwares or virus. That's all history, it's gone. Including the properties of a regular smartphone as well, our device grants you the freedom of staying in touch with all your regular contacts from non-K1 users. It's like a bridge between the old technology and the new VOBP, although designed to innovate. Because it takes time to adapt to complete new technologies. We allowed some of the, let's say, highly requested standard apps of a regular smartphone in our app store. But be careful though, we can't guarantee for the privacy of your device once those are installed. We simply can't because we're not the developers of those apps. We don't literally, we don't know what they do in the background. Please check the terms and conditions if you don't believe us. Incorporating the dual nano SIM feature of a regular smartphone, the K1 gives you the opportunity to keep your business and personal life in one single device, just like before. You already know about these things, so I'm gonna go a little bit forward. The same advantage of using a dual SIM old smartphone, only way better is using the matrix identities. In this case, the advantage brings the decentralized, secured, and private aspect to this amazing feature. From a technological point of view, the Impulse K1 device incorporates the following technologies developed by us. The VOBP, the Voice over Blockchain Protocol, developed in-house by us for secure calls, secure texts, encrypted information sharing without being exposed to hackers or third-party malware apps. BIPFS, blockchain IPFS, for encrypted storage of information without needing additional servers. This system is based on decentralized blockchain nodes. EWTL is our developed technology for encrypted location sharing. These features and technologies can only be accessed from an Impulse K1 device and from a WIM device as well. However, please remember the communication between an Impulse K1 device and a regular smartphone is not encrypted in any way. That's just using your local carrier. The core advantages of the Impulse K1 are the fact that you stop wasting time on your phone. That's an advantage, and you only use it when it's necessary. Nobody can access your identity anymore. Nobody can use your identity besides yourself. All information is stored and transferred securely through our encrypted technology. You're not subject to hackers. There's no price on your head anymore. Our phone works based on a unique private key generated by the user. Nobody but the user himself has access to it and can use the features of the device in a secured manner. As I've said before, this device employs the basic communication functions at the moment, but don't forget it is encrypted and validated through blockchain encryption. We know there's still some logic functionality bugs of the software, some buttons that should not be there, or sometimes some of the apps, maybe it's a little bit not user interactive or not user oriented. We're fixing these things in time. The more we get feedback from our users, the more we're fixing these small functionality, or let's call them software bugs. Whoever claims that their system is bugs-free or their software has no bugs at all, it's a complete nonsense. Don't forget, every single major company worldwide releases updates every week, every month for correcting small functionality bugs. For example, remember the times when your computer went blue screen, or when you had to restart your regular smartphone because it was frozen, because some of the apps stopped working and crashed? It happens. It happens to anybody, and it happens to any new technology on the market. We don't encourage, and actually we disagree with installing third-party apps, mostly because in their terms and conditions they're requesting to access any, if not all, of the following: your camera, your microphone, your contacts, your gallery, and so on. Sometimes it makes no sense. Why would you install a navigation app and it wants to access your contacts? Or why would a navigation app wants to access your email? It makes no sense. Sometimes this is not fair. Even if there are apps that don't request special permissions, nobody knows what happens in the future. Nobody knows what updates they will release in the future, and most likely, just a simple game can convert into a malicious software or into a keylogger. These apps can remotely access almost anything. For example, it could turn on the audio to listen to your conversation, even if you're not using the phone, and could turn on your front or back camera of your device while you don't even use it. Basically, you can carry a bad guy with you all the time without knowing so. You can share with a bad guy, with a bad intended person, with a hacker, your private life in any single moment of your day without knowing so. WarmGuard, as an in-house developed service, most likely will not allow you sometimes to install some apps. Most likely those apps in question are extracting some or all the data from your phone that is probably used for different purposes than protecting you as a user. Most likely that app is collected for a third party's business. You see, this is a question raised by many of the third-party developers. But imagine we can't control their intentions. Whether they're malicious or not, we simply can't. And because we rather take care of our user security, that's how we show them respect, by respecting our promises and making sure they're secured enough while using our devices. Please don't forget, users trust us and they got crypto data secured device, not a no-name secured hardware with third-party ambiguous apps. Our team works on developing apps that help users in their day-to-day life. However, we can't compromise the device's security just to offer users lifestyle or multimedia-oriented apps, or not yet for the moment. Maybe this year or later, we'll launch a version that could merge both security and entertainment features for the user. Until then, as promised, our main goal is to maintain and improve our secured technology. As a summary, we'll keep our promise to offer our users the freedom to communicate, the freedom to make decisions, a fair and transparent decentralized system, and why not, a complete secure device you can trust to carry with you, and you can trust it's not spying on you. Don't forget, privacy is the new order, and in the next episode, I'll introduce you to a very cool friend of mine. Here we have a teaser of what we call the WIM.